He spent more money buying the flags than he spent on the t-shirt.
Seemed like to be a guy from up north in India. That is where the flashy t-shirts, people are very fond of wearing the flashy colors. At the moment, Malaysia robbed over Junior World Cup 2005 Rotterdam. That's much behind. I was talking about 2014, going back to 2005.
That t-shirt's in mighty good nick for 11 years old. I think he's had that on ice somewhere in the cupboard.
Well, then Malaysia almost got a goal in the first circle entry, but the second one was so effective. Mohammad Zulhamizan, the goal scorer, putting Malaysia ahead. At the moment, it's Australia struggling hard. It's fun to talk both the coaches, Wallace Tan and Cedric D'Souza, both complimenting each other, both complimenting the two teams. Both of them said it's going to be a tough game. And we'll fight it out till the end. Classification match for the 11th and 12th places. Malaysia were in Pool B, Austria were in Pool A. Austria had Argentina, Korea, Australia. They beat Korea 5-2, drew with Argentina, lost to Australia 2-4. Couldn't make it to the quarterfinals as the goal difference of Argentina was better. Argentina played a wonderful game a while back. This, of course, is a move where Malaysia, at the moment in this game, is looking so positive. Then just to remind you, the next game is between South Africa and New Zealand for the 9th and 10th place. As the lineup for tomorrow, Germany and Australia will be playing for the 3rd and 4th position. Nice opportunity for Malaysia, and capitalizing on that wonderful chance. I'm on Nick Rosemi this time, putting Malaysia 2-0 ahead. Australian defense in tatters, and the fans are enjoying it. What a start for Malaysia, one of the best in this tournament. Nice setup there, good spin by Rosemi, and finding open space, ample space and time to do the finishing. Goal number 2 for Malaysia. What a style to finish it. It's always becoming easy. It's making a spin from that defender, number 19, who was Tobias Meyer. Malaysia controlling this game now.
I'm in Nick Rosemi from Malaysia. He's had some exposure with the senior national side, putting Austria to the sword there. You'd have to think this tournament has just been 3 or 4 days too long for Austria. Started bright. I think the legs have gone at the moment. Class of Malaysia should get them up quite comfortably in this one.
The next game is between South Africa and New Zealand, but at the moment Austria, they came out very positively, looked very promising at the start of the tournament with the 1-1 draw against Argentina, really struggling with the Asian number 5 Malaysia. Minutes down this half, Malaysia well in control of this game, looking for scoring some more. Of course, push looked more like a football shoulder push. Malaysia playing a spread out hockey. This is what they lacked against the strong team. We'll be talking about that. A long conversation with the Wallace Tan, the coach of Malaysia. But then, speaking about colorful t-shirts, there's one more. I think I know this man sitting next to the man wearing the Rabo Junior World Cup.
He's one of our crew members, Manish. He's wearing a 24-year-old t-shirt. That one was bought when he was born. Look at him. T-shirt's as old as him. 1992 Cricket World Cup. New Zealand. I think he's got his allegiances slightly confused, that young lad.
I just wonder why is he supporting New Zealand, or why was he supporting New Zealand? There has to be a reason behind it.
We've always known he's been a little bit confused, but anyway, it's all good. We'll help him out.
Move coming now, Ashan Hamzani. This is where Argentina was so strong against England in the game they played earlier on. Of course, 2-0 ahead Malaysia at the moment. But what a game that was between Argentina and England, Solly. Argentina relying on the counters, got 3. Sheer class though, as far as the counter-attacking was concerned. Austria at the moment having tough time getting inside the circle. Still looking for an impressive entry inside the circle with a good finishing. They were wanting it. Malaysia have done their homework well. Look at the crowd assembling in the Malaysian circle.
Definitely, as you said, Argentina versus England earlier today. Tale of 2 teams. Argentina started poorly, but have grown into this tournament, got way better as the tournament has gone on. But Malaysia come away strong. That'll be a card. Beyond doubt. Another Austrian player makes his way to the sideline. Number 15, is it? Florian Styra. Silly challenge on Alec. Using his considerable bulk to bundle him over from behind. As I said, maybe just a few days too long for the Austrian lads. He's getting a deserved break after a lot of running through the tournament. But yeah, getting back to Argentina, England. Argentina started poorly and grew into the tournament as it went on. England started bright. Just dropped off the pace a little bit. They'll be a little bit disappointed with that result today.
Well, then Malaysia at the moment holding the grip on the game. Not a pacey game this, but definitely very important for these 2 countries, where hockey has been a tradition. A country like Malaysia organizing 2 big tournaments of the world, Sultan Azlan Shah and Johor Cup. In Austria, the first entry in this Junior World Cup. We're hoping to finish in the top 10.
First one, push.
Malaysia now building an attack. Nice long pass onto the left. Mohammad Fauzi playing it for Najib Hassan. Of course, they had a tough outing, the Malaysian side. The best finishers have been 4th in 1979, 82 and 2013, the last edition. Meanwhile, defending here, there's a kind of commitment you want to see on the hockey pitch. Najmi there. Tussle for the ball with Janabil. Hitting the ball straight away. We're speaking about some of the defensive skills also, Solly. And at the right moment, youngsters watching all over the country, in India, over the globe, the live telecast of this game. The defenders here want to dominate the attackers. And we'll be speaking on that also a while later. At the moment, Nor Safiq Sumantri is fighting for the possession. Look at the crowd assembling in the Australian D this time. Not a good feeling trailing by 2 goals.
So in the Australian D, be a bit difficult, but the Austrian D, maybe it's all good. It's Malaysia attacking again, but yeah, we've spoken about it at length, and there's a good example. Defenders trying to dominate the space just on the shoulder and in front, but a little bit too slow. Malaysian jumps in front as the ball arrives. He dominates the space. It's been a theme early on, but as the game goes on and legs get tired, defenders generally tend to drift off and get in behind the attacker. Makes it difficult to defend from that position.
Tobias Meyer was looking for an opening there. These are the roll-in substitutions lined up for Austria. 2 just made by Malaysia. We're talking about the defenders, Solly. I've seen mostly the Australian defenders are side on. That's the right technique to do it. One-handed tackles they make. But at the times when we see defenders making mistake, they're actually standing square on. And as a coach, surely you have coached the young teams. Put some more light on it.
Malaysia attacking again. We'll get back to that shortly. Forward down the left. Just running on the arc, creates the space down the baseline. All played in behind. Defender blocking the line. No foul awarded. Malaysia get it back. Another clumsy tackle. Go around. Getting back to that tackle there. A number of different tackling techniques. You're quite right in saying defenders get themselves in trouble when they get their feet square. You always want to try and maintain your feet in an offset position. One forward, one back, whether it's left or right, depends on the situation. Ball played forward, but snuffed out. Force kindly. One lone Malaysian defender, but he's way quicker than the Austrian strikers. Again, getting back, one-handed versus two-handed defenses, tackles. Generally, you'll find that in a mobile situation, you'll try and use a little bit more reach and throw out a jab tackle, be more one-handed, but just for a fraction, and then it'll come back to a two-handed position, because you're only ever really strong in a two-handed position. Block tackles will always be made with a two-hand. So the one-handed stuff is more possibly a 3D interception or a jab tackle, whereas a block tackle will always be strong with two hands.
I tell you what, that's going to come in very handy for all the youngsters who are tuned in at the moment in India and abroad. And no charges for that session. That skills shared to us by Solomon Kasuji, wonderful guy to sit with at the moment. Malaysia would be enjoying their space and the position they are in at the moment, leading 2-0 ahead. Next game, of course, South Africa versus New Zealand, 9th and 10th place.
South Africa versus New Zealand. Manish has clearly nailed his colours to the flag. He expects me to support India when they're playing, but yet he brings a New Zealand shirt out when South Africa are playing. What's that about?
You caught me unaware, Sally.
Not a happy man I am. He'll be paying for dinner tonight.
For me, that'll be an honor, but at the moment, Austria looking for some more positivity up front. They want to bank upon the counter-attacks. It's a wonderful display what we saw earlier on, Argentina versus England. And we were speaking about the defenders and the ploys they use against the attackers. I think Argentina made it so difficult against England with their defense intact. Gave no spaces. Tackling was wonderful. One opportunity. Needed a favorable deflection there. Number 8 from Austria. Alipek Shkipan. But Malaysia on the counter. This was the difference. Look at the speed. Not enough for a counter. Argentina, on the other hand, when we're talking about the counter attacks, were explosive with the counters. Shkipan once again hitting for Austria.
We talk about good defending. I go back to last night's game, Australia against India. Where, for mine, India out-Australia'd Australia in the way they defended. Creating pressure on the ball carrier. Forcing the turnovers. Staying compact. One-on-one defense. That's a terrible tackle. Taking the legs out. Still asking why.
And that is not legitimate. Tackle from behind, penalty corner, given to Austria. We see number 1 for Austria.
Just went out the ball and left his stick hanging in the tackle. Got between the legs of the striker. Effectively took him out. Wasn't me, sir. Coach Cedric D'Souza, head coach of Austria, former coach of India.
Passed on the strategy for this PC. It'll be wonderful to watch what it was. Leon Thornblom in the injection.
Clean trapping, and what a comeback by Austria. Reducing the margin. Nice strike up front on the right corner. It's 1-2 at Major Dhyan Chand Stadium in Lucknow.
The man mountain, that is, Ollie Binder. Gets one back. And what a tremendous flick that was. Not much the goalkeeper could have done about that for Malaysia. And he's been really, really good, has Mohamed Matderis, this whole tournament. It's been one of the finds of the tournament. I think this has really been a tournament for the goalkeepers. We saw some fine efforts. Albert Perez from Spain. Mohamed Matderis has been good. Oli Binder, the goal scorer there.
Well, then Austria actually had many penalty corners in this tournament. They converted only one, and that was by Oliver Binder. Beg your pardon, for the start of this game. This is second penalty corner conversion by Austria. Malaysia can't afford to sit back and relax, even if it's a 2-0 lead. Monday hockey sees up the destiny shifting ends, shifting halves. Just one goal difference now. Hoping that the game will speed up now. It was Janabil a while back on our screen. This is Jacob Pushhammer.
Good sliding defence by Malaysia. Intercept that ball. Oli Binder. He gets to have a 2-minute rest for knocking the ball away. Umpire Sean Rappaport from South Africa, not taking any prisoners today.
And that's one of the excitements of hockey. The goal scorer will serve a 2-minute suspension now. Malaysia making an attack now. He's asking for the football inside the D. It's Sherif Almari, the Egyptian umpire, keeping things calm in the Austrian 23 meters.
The Austrian team manager having a chat to Oli Binder, who's having a little break on the side of the pitch in the naughty chair. From knocking the ball away at a free hit. The next game, Munish, should be an absolute cracker. South Africa against New Zealand for 9th and 10th. South Africa, that'll be the highest they've ever finished at a Junior World Cup. So they'll be going at it tooth and nail. Even though it's the end of the tournament, everything up for grabs, a lot of pride at stake there. New Zealand, they've been a little bit unlucky, having just lost out to Spain after that pulsating 3-3 draw, which saw them playing in the bottom half for the playoffs. And they'll be keen to finish as high up the table as they possibly can.
That's going to be an explosive game for sure. Forward to some fast-paced hockey. South Africa, New Zealand, both play positive hockey, fast hockey. Ayman Nikrozemi. Ali Khamirin just pushing ball in. Austria now. They've dominated the proceedings in the last 5 minutes for sure. Down to 10 men. Not a comfortable bench, though leading by 1 goal, the Malaysian bench. Would want to capitalize on the strength, would want to finish above Austria at the moment. Looking for an opening, tight game though. But this is what the difference is. We saw some speedy hockey. Argentina, England. After that, Spain and Netherlands. 2 games. That saw the European hockey to its best. Close finish for Netherlands though. In fact, that game which Netherlands were playing was a cliffhanger though. On the losing side. Spain overcoming the Dutch challenge. But at the moment it's Malaysia leading 1-0. 2-1, beg your pardon, but not in a comfortable position.
Very compact Austrian team at the moment, defending their 25. Malaysia still able to get in front of the defender. Good little bit of interplay, but well read by the defence from Austria. A little bit scrappy, ping pong. Ball falls kindly, long corner for Malaysia. for Soldat. We spoke to his parents earlier in the week. They were just really happy to be out here. Watched their son play in his first ever Junior World Cup event. First time Austria have qualified for it. And up until now, they've accounted for themselves pretty well.
They're trying to get things right here, the Austrian defense. Giving enough spaces initially to the Malaysian attackers. That's where the 2 goals were scored. Looking a bit organized, trying to crowd up as well. Football was a call by the umpire.
And the Malaysians around this area just need to play with a bit more patience. Very compact defense. Play the ball around the back, get 2 side backs pretty high up on the flanks. Just knock the ball around, try and suck that compact defense out, and then play it in behind them. Easier said than done, because it's a real war of attrition. See who wears down first and who maintains the discipline the longest.
Malaysia now trying to organize the midfield here. Wide spaces here as Austria have fallen back to defense. 3 defenders already behind the 23-meter line. Just get a visual of that very shortly. There it is. Keeping things tight now for Malaysia.
One thing I would like to see from Malaysia is a little bit more off-ball movement. The players around the ball carrier just making themselves available a bit more. At the moment it's a bit static and channel bound.
Malaysia now off-ball movement. That's a point I'd like to discuss, Solly. This is where is it the reason that Malaysia are willing to fall back if Austria come with a counter-attack? That's the reason they're slowing down the midfield a bit. They want to deny them of that.
No, not really. It's more so that Austria are playing a very compact defence in their own half. So Malaysia will just fall back to half court and try and suck a few of the Austrian numbers forward to create space to play in. If they play a full press against them, it's a really compact space already. It's easy for those defenders to get back and cover defend. Whereas if you can stretch them a little bit, it makes it harder for them to get back and connect as a defensive unit.
Well, I would work out a different strategy. I'll talk about it as we see Nur Safiq Sumantri now. From the left, this is Zulhamizan Muhammad getting inside. Was looking for some free spacing. Denied there by the defenders. Austria doing the job right. I mean, 2-1 I lead. I see the opponents cramping spaces in their half. I'll try to play amongst my defenders for a long time. Frustrate things. Pull the attackers up. Try to force the opponents to make some field front and then look for those free spaces.
Depends on which area of the field you're in. You know, if you're sort of in your defensive midfield or attacking midfield, yes, you can. But when you've got the ball up in the attacking third, you pull all the ball all the way back. It's not really positive hockey, and at the end of the day, we're here to entertain the spectators as well, to get the result.
And that's free spacing. Nice interception. Nur Safiq Sumantri. This is where Malaysia would want to make a circular entry. And pro reception there. That'll give the possession back to the Austrians coming into this tournament, qualifying for the first time. It was a long scoop meant for number 9 Pit Rudovsky. He's one of the star players of the Austrian side, 21 years old. Has been scoring consistently for the national junior hockey team. Plays for SV Armies, Rudovsky. And Austria would be banking on this. But then, just 15 seconds left in this half. Became so interesting. Couldn't even keep the track of time, Solly. Solly can't take that as we head towards the hooter. And there it is. Still leading 2-1 Malaysia. Slow-paced game. That definitely brought the smile on Solly's face. But then Malaysia will be enjoying that lead. Just a 1-goal lead for Malaysia. Half-time score, Malaysia 2, Austria 1. That's the halftime score. Malaysia 2, Austria 1. Malaysia scoring the first 2 goals, followed by that lone goal by Oliver Binder for Austria. Live coverage continues from Major Dhyan Chand Stadium in Lucknow. These are the goals scored in the first half. Positive looking Malaysia. First goal, of course, classy touch by Mohammad Zulhamizan. Goal scored against Egypt as well. And this is where he put Malaysia ahead. Nice spin there. Getting past 2 defenders and a clean finish. Lucas Glazer, the goalkeeper of Australia, had no chance there. Clean finish from a difficult angle for sure. Fans were delighted, but there was some more delight in the waiting for them as the goal number 2 came in. And this quick spin by Nick Rosemi. So Malaysia going ahead by 2-0. They thought that things were in their control, slowing down. And this goal actually changed the body language of the Malaysians, being dominated by their opponents in the previous games. Austria, promising side, played a draw against Argentina, and they proved that with the strike by Oliver Binder, that they are a side to reckon with, playing in the first Junior World Cup. Look at the quality strike by Binder. So that was the scoreline after the end of the first half. 1-2. That's the stats. These circle entries more by Malaysia. Austria definitely depending on their defense. They'd actually pull back their players, playing in their half, playing with a counter-attack strategy. Possession definitely more for Malaysia, 56 to 44%. Penalty corners, 1 on 100% conversion for Austria. And surely there's more to come in the next half. Big games coming tomorrow for the 3rd and 4th place. Germany play Australia. And the final hosts India against Belgium. 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Super Sunday awaiting the hockey fans all across the globe. Four games lined up today to have over. Argentina, of course, a 3-0 victory over England. That was a game which was one of the best games of the day today. Argentina displaying the counter-attack strategy. Those are the South Africans fans waiting at the moment. We'll go down to Will Davis and let's see who's he with.
Thank you. Here with Austria coach Cedric de Souza. 35 minutes still to play in the tournament. It's the first time Austria has ever been here. How have you found things and what do you think of the tournament so far?
A fabulous tournament for us, for Austria to come into the World Cup is really a blessing. It's a question of learning from this tournament and going and taking it forward. We know we're the lowest ranked team, number 16, but we want to come and do something, and I think we've done it to a certain extent. We've still got a long way ahead of us.
You're also coach of the senior team. Where to from here for this group and also hockey in Austria?
Well, I think the most important thing is the world for us. The next one is the Hockey World League Round 2 in Belfast. A lot of these guys may make it, may not make it. It depends on how they perform and how they are on a given day. That selection will happen sometime in February, and then we take it on from there for the Hockey World League Round 2, and then hopefully Round 3, and then to 2020 all the way.
Half-time, 2-1 down. What did you say to the team at half-time? Do they have an equaliser and the winner?
Well, I hope so. I think, we let in 2 soft goals. We were still sleeping in the bed in the morning. It was from the morning till now. I think we got to understand we were not strong in defense. We were not wide in defense. We threw the tackle too easily and we got punished for that. All credit to Malaysia for exploiting that weakness. But I hope we can, learn from that and take it forward in the next one. Hopefully get some PCs and put them through.
Cedric, thank you as always. Good luck.
Thanks so much.
Yes, definitely the penalty corner conversions. 100% up till now, just one penalty corner for Austria, converting that. No penalty corners for Malaysia. At the moment, 2-1 in favor of Malaysia. last 35 minutes, now 34 minutes and 45 seconds. Austria would want to snatch the ball in the midfield from the Malaysians. That's a positive looking Austria. Moving ahead strongly. Tackle from behind. Free hit to Austria. Just to remind our viewers, India play the finals tomorrow at 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time against Belgium. And Germany, Australia will battle it out for the third and the fourth position. 6-time Junior World Cup champions. Germany against Australia. Austria surely speeding up the start. And here they are. We're waiting for the halftime to finish. New strategy, as we spoke to coach Cedric D'Souza. Asked his boys to be more positive. Long pass, good interception. Nice try. Impressive entry. That's the kind of hockey you'd want to see from a European side. Malaysia cannot sit back and relax with this 1-goal lead they have as of now. 1-2 Austria trailing, but expect some attacking hockey from them in the second half. South Africa play New Zealand after this game. That will be the last encounter of the day. Fans are building up. We expect explosive hockey in that game. Then moving ahead now, Janavel making some space on the right, and this is nice entry from the right. Penalty corner awarded to Austria. Malaysia under pressure. France, Lindegrun winning a penalty corner. Second of the game, first of the second half. That's positive expressions of the Austrians. Looked all right from here. Was a touch on the ball, but it's the umpire who has a closer look. Malaysia under pressure now. Oliver Binder got the first goal through the penalty corner conversion. Once again, whistle blown, and definitely looked like to be an early start by the defenders. Behind the line, says the umpire. Not an early start, so they don't lose a defender, the Malaysians. Strike this time, easy for the goalkeeper in the end to save. Najib Hassan. That's Mohammad Madaris. Looking at the strike once again. A weak one on the right side. The goalkeeper had it guarded. In the end, it was easy for the goalkeeper. Wanted a conversion there. So 2 penalty corners now for Austria, just 1 conversion. And this is a nice move on the counter. Mantri almost found Khalik Hamirin, the goal mouth. Austria with the counter. Getting past that area where the roll-in substitutions were waiting. Green card. Malaysia definitely under pressure. That was a tackle made under pressure, and that's number 3, Amirul Arshad, with a 2-minute suspension. More pressure building up on Malaysia. Austria playing positive hockey now. Weak center from the left. Franz Lindegrun made an impressive run earlier on. Lindegrun Amirul Arshad, 2-minute suspension, building more pressure on the team. Made a tackle in pressure. Najmi Dazlan. Malaysia definitely under pressure. Australia now keeping things tight in their half. The formation clearly showing that they're banking on the counter-attacking. Argentina displayed that earlier in the game against England. just dominated the proceedings. Got 3 goals in the second half. And England were just running out of ideas. That was a classification game. And the South African fans waiting for the next game. Yes, waiting for the game against New Zealand. Wonderful people to meet and talk to. They've been supporters and followers of hockey. Nice battle won there by Marcel Hilbert of Austria. That's the kind of pressure one wanted to see. Malaysia denied them in the first half, but Austria definitely up front. And what a conversion. Take that, Malaysia. Magical deflection by number 27, Peter Kaltenbach. Scores level at Major Dhyan Chand Stadium in Lucknow. It's a classification game for the 11th and 12th position. Austria have leveled the score. Oh, what a classy deflection it was. Long pass by Florian Sterrer. And in the end, it was Florian Sterrer's long pass and a conversion. Caught unawares the defense. 2-2. And the game is on. That's Peter Kaltenbach. First goal here in this game. Kaltenbach, of course, a dangerous player. Austria had a fun time in the 2014 Euro Cup, though they finished 6th. But had an impressive tournament. Austria have scored 10 goals in this tournament, conceded 11. Malaysia have scored just 5 and conceded 13. Of course, talking about the Austrian side, been quite impressive in this tournament. We're hoping for a top 10 finish. Had a wonderful start in this tournament, played a 1-1 draw against Argentina, beat Korea 5-2. But lost to Australia 2-4. But it was only the thumping by Argentina over Korea 5-1 victory that created the goal difference. Argentina went ahead in the tournament, and Austria are playing these classification games. Top scorers, of course, Edward Hall of England with 8 goals, followed by Germany's Anton Bokel. That's the South African coach, looking very positive. Japanese Tim Herzebrook has got 4 goals too. Park Joo-han of Korea. Those are the main goal scorers in this tournament. Next game, of course, building up New Zealand versus South Africa. That's going to be a nice game, so stay tuned as the live coverage will continue. Possession rate surely up for Austria in the second half compared to Malaysia. More positive hockey by Austria than Malaysia here. Malaysia had a 2-goal lead in the beginning. Scores are level now. How well will they respond to this reply by Austria? Norsifek Sumantri making way for Rosemi. He's one of the dangerous players. Scored the second goal for Malaysia in this game. One of the swift movers from the right flank, Rosemi. Look out for the number 8 t-shirt. Well, that's a lucky deflection for Malaysia if they can capitalize on it. It was number 3, Amirul Arshad. Just placed it up for Khalik Hamirin. A touch was needed for the ball to go inside the post. Long pass. I call it a lucky deflection for Malaysia. That is where Amirul Arshad just set it up for Khalik Hamirin. Oh, a touch was needed. Goalkeeper alert. Lucas Glazer. It's been a tournament of goalkeepers also. We saw 2 semi-finals yesterday. The results coming in the shootouts with the Belgium and the Indian goalkeeper winning games for their country, qualifying for the finals, scheduled for tomorrow at 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Games leveled. I've seen surprise elements coming in the last moments also. We wouldn't like to drag this game. Malaysia surely looking for an opening, but it's more positive hockey by Austria. Tussle for the ball, free hit for Austria. Just running out of players up front. Free hit for Austria, escaping that penalty. Just tackled from behind while Austria were building an attack. Formations coming up front. 3 attackers now running inside the Malaysian circle. Malaysia now forcing the Austrian defense to fall back. Norsafik Sumantri. Well, it was only after the second goal was scored by Malaysia that Austria got their defense intact. The placements and the positioning became so better. It's now becoming for Malaysia to find free spaces up front in the circle. No penalty corners for them in this game. 2 for Austria. They converted 1. They look threatening. Nice interception there. Pushed up front by Mizan.
Keeper 5.
5 was a call by the umpire. The opponent player needs to be 5 meters away from the spot from where the free hit has been taken. Otherwise, it's penalization. The card comes out. Malaysia, are they running out of ideas? They need to make a circle entry. Push back the defenders. Look for the penalty corners. Change ends, this time from the right. Mohammad Fauzi made it too late, made it easier for the Austrians. Nice possession won by Austria. Surely dominating here at the moment. Trailing by 2 goals. What a comeback by Austria. Leveling at the moment. And looking for the third one as well. Malaysia would be really disappointed if Austria managed to score a goal here. They were leading by 2 goals. And if Austria start leading in this game, it'll be fun to watch how Malaysia respond to that. Nice touch. Good positive hockey by Austria. I had a conversation with Wallistan, the Malaysian coach, earlier on before the start of the game. Discussed various aspects of hockey. And his concern was that the team did not have enough time to prepare for this tournament. As the call came in just a fortnight for the start of this World Cup, they would have hoped for a longer camp to have a better coordination. Finished 5th in the Asian Junior Cup. Didn't get an automatic qualification. Best finishes for Malaysia have been 4th in the 1979, 1982 and 2013 World Cups. Very disappointed with the ranking in this one. Austria with the attack. Florian's terror. Dangerous from the right. They look speedy now, the Austrian attackers. Philip Schkipan. Malaysia have a domestic league where the talents are picked up from, but this is a nice run there by Peter Kaltenborg. All by himself, took a shy of the goal. It would have been a spectacular goal if the finishing was right. Nice control by the left hand and desperation though, but commitment 100%. Kaltenborg in action once again. Surely Austria creating pressure on the Malaysians. This time from the right flank. Still inside the 23-meter. Philipp Schmidt. Kaltenborg in the waiting inside the circle. Looking dangerous now. It was a slow first half. Definitely pacier than before. Malaysia also have a strong domestic league. Very new talents are hunted. That is where India's Gurbat Singh also went and played the professional league for a club called Saparaho. That stood second last season. The top state team is Tringamu hockey team, but none of these junior players play for that team. Coach Wallistan was telling us that it's a side comprising of the best of the senior side. Stronger domestic league they have, where most of the foreign players also turn up. But at the moment, Malaysia put under pressure by Austria, number 6th team of Europe. Tussle for the ball is on. Free hit awarded to Austria for sure. Malaysia under pressure. Austria have found a right rhythm. Philipp Schmidt. Play on, says the umpire. Nice little spin there. Christoph Soldat. Malaysia have nobody up front in the Austrian half. Will be slowing down surely. Amirul Arshad played it for Ashran Hamsani. But this is where the Australians, the entire team has fallen back for defense. Ali Khamirin. Wide benches of Malaysia and Austria. Oh, the ball was meant to go over the end line. Coach Wallistan is watching the proceedings, and his assistant is throwing the orders. That was a long pass. Needed a deflection. But in the end, ball was meant for nobody. Malaysia 2, Austria 2 at the moment. Both the teams fighting for the 11th and the 12th place in this tournament. Austria winning a free hit. 4 roll-in substitutions waiting. In the meantime, an offense and a yellow card for Austria. So 5-minute suspension and they'll be down to 10 men. Just let you know, the offender is just a physical tackle in the Austrian half. This is where Malaysia can fancy their chances. They'll have to be quick on their counter. Midfield is fine. There's nobody up front. Card coming out. Second yellow card. And this is adding on to the pressure. Ayman Rosemi. And 2 cards have come for Austria. And we'll just let you know, the players who are sitting out. This game is adding more spice. Upset with what happened in the middle. Fun to watch the reaction of coach Cedric D'Souza, having constant chat on the field. In the meantime, another penalty corner has been won. This is the first penalty corner for Malaysia. That's clash of stick inside the D that results in a penalty corner. First one for Malaysia in this game. Haven't been a clean trap as in the previous game, in the PCs they got. This is a chance to go up in this game. Trapping was an issue. Free hit to Austria. Score remaining at 2-2. Austria surely be slowing down things here, as they're down to 9 men. 2 players serving a 5-minute suspension. Do not want to hurry up. And that's the goal scorer, Oliver Binder, having a chat with the umpire. He's got to be careful. Long chats would give the possession back to Malaysia. Well, then Malaysia had a tough outing against the Netherlands in the pool games, where the Netherlands pumped in 7 goals. Malaysia could manage to score 2 goals. Those 2 goals came from Mohammad Zaidi and Amirul Arshad. At the moment, will be really disappointed. They had a 2-goal advantage. The Malaysians gave away that lead. They let Austria equalize. Of course, there were classy finishes by Austria, no doubts about that. They let them dominate. Should have consolidated the position from there, the Malaysian side. Putting in more tension in the dugout. That was a happy dugout a while back in the first half. But definitely it's a more positivity in the Austrian camp. Austria to Malaysia, no. Of course, with a little more than 13 minutes to go, are we heading for another shootout? We will be getting a result in this game. No extra times after the full-time scores are leveled. Teams head for the shootouts straight away. It was a similar story yesterday in the semi-finals between Belgium and Germany, beating the 6-time world champion in the shootouts, and India beat Australia. What a game it was. Super Saturday, we hoped today, but then it's a Super Sunday. Look out for the 2 games tomorrow. Australia and Germany for the 3rd and 4th place. India and Belgium. Belgium have never won the Junior World Cup. India have won that twice. They were runners-up one. Meanwhile, it's a penalty corner awarded to Austria. Sharif Alimari, the Egyptian umpire. Oh, that was a nice touch and physical blocking that results in a penalty corner. Number 3 for Austria. They managed to score 1 through the first one. This is the 3rd opportunity. They'll rely on Oliver Binder. Down to 9 men, Austria. Can they manage to get a lead? Honblom with the injection. Oh, nice save in the end. Mohammad Maddar is the goalkeeper of Malaysia, keeping the scoreline intact at the moment. Nice strike it was, though. Moving ahead now strongly with the Khalik Hamirin. Malaysia need to get things right here in the midfield. This is where they lose the possession. Australia get the possession back. Peter Kaltenborg. Nice circle entry. That's a free spacing, but good defending in the end. Oh, that's the goal number 3. Austria are ahead after trailing by 2 goals. In fact, the umpire has decided it's all happening there. I hope it's not an anti-climax for Austria. Both the umpires have now decided to have a chat before the goal is awarded. It's a stick clash. Yes, it's all happening here. Decision changed. Scores still leveled. Malaysia breathe a sigh of relief. But what move by Austria and the change of pressure from one team to the other. That's Peter Kaltenborg. Oh, nice, skillful pass there. And all the time in the world, number 10, Fabian Onterkicha. Shkipan got the goal inside. Oh, that was close. That was close. Philip Shkipan did the finishing. Overruled by the umpire in the end.
Score still 2-2. Try to see that from a different angle in a while. At the moment, scores leveled. Just a little more than 11 minutes left in this game. Austria surely would not want to go in the shootouts. And where their formations have come up front. Finishing just needs a magical touch. It's been better, the coordination up front. And this is the replay. Oh, that was the ball by the touch on the ball by the defender. Nice defending for sure. Stick check in the end. Scores level at the moment. This is a fight for the 11th and 12th place. Junior World Cup hockey in Lucknow. It's a Super Sunday tomorrow. Germany and Australia vie for the 3rd and the 4th place, followed by the finals, Belgium, India. 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Come to you live from Major Dhyan Chand Stadium in Lucknow. Malaysia now just running out of ideas. Haven't been impressive with the circle entries in the second half. Look at the amount of red t-shirts inside the 23-meter area. Just 2 attackers making a formation. Austria making it so hard. This is where they win the possession. More confident Austrian team compared to what they were in the first half. Franz Lindergrun places it for Leon Thornblom. The captain working so hard. Some chat with the umpire. Surely Austria threatening the Malaysian defense. Oh, that's the result. Of course, asking for a card, Thornblom. Now a card has been shown to a Malaysian player. Down to 10 men, Malaysia. Austria definitely pressing the pressure button on Malaysia. Philipp Schmid attacking Austrian attackers, of course, trying to get inside the circle. That's looking dangerous. Almost went into the lead before the goal was disallowed. What a game it has been for Austria, trailing by 2 goals, leveling it, and almost getting the 3rd one. Malaysia down to 10 men. Both the teams finishing 3rd in the pool. Malaysia in Pool B, Austria in Pool A. That's Argentina, Korea and Australia. Najib Hassan will be disappointed with that 5-minute suspension. That's putting more pressure on Malaysia. Already having a hard time there, and that's what you don't want to see if you are a Malaysian fan. Austria will push more players up front. 2 attackers inside the circle, like inside them, with 2 defenders, man-to-man marking in the Malaysian circle by the defenders. That was a leave. Well collected by Laurence Climon. At the moment I thought he was a step behind, but now Austria with more impressive passes. Oliver Binder. Nice blocking by Malaysian defenders. Najmi Jazlan. Got to keep the ball at the right place. That's what the umpire said. Clock ticking by. 6.5 minutes remain in the second half. If the scores are leveled, we are heading for a shootout. Ayman Nick Rosemi, the goal scorer of the second goal of Malaysia, has been kept quiet by the Austrian midfield. This is where the Austrian midfield has kept things tight for Malaysia. And they win the possession now. Marcel Hilbert finds Thornblom. Soldat. Move coming from the right. Good defending in the end. Advantage played by the umpire. Keep playing is the call by the umpire. But Malaysia need more men up front. The entire team is now behind the 23-meter line.
Nice defending once again. But then just touched the knee, and that's a free hit just outside the circle. Austrian, of course, or penalty corner. And changed his decision once again, having a chat with Sean Rappaport. Reversed his decision. It's number 25, Najmi Jaslan. We'll have a look at that once again. Uppish though. Oh, just the cartilage on the right knee. That was earlier on, but he's on his feet now. Najmi Jaslan, the defender, the team needs him there. Won't want a substitution at this point of time, especially when the Austrians are threatening. New Zealand side. Lining up for the game against South Africa coming up after this game. Or of course, the games coming up for the third and fourth place. Germany play Australia. Final between Belgium and India at 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Malaysia now making it so difficult, the Austrian defenders, to make a way inside the circle. What a game it has been. Malaysia dominated the first half. Austria came back from a 2-goal deficit, leveling the score. Important 4.5 minutes left in this game. Can be anybody's game as of now. Good defending by Austria. Just making sure that the possession is kept with them. Number 12, Lawrence Climon. Just hoping to get a penalty corner. That would change the fortunes of a team if the conversion comes in. Austria looking dangerous now. Oh, that's an opportunity. Carlton Borg, just a fraction of a second late for that touch. That was a golden opportunity. Moving strongly now, Stera. Possession won back. We'll have a look at that once again. Was Fabian Antakircha. And this is where Carlton Borg just lost the possession. Have been a magical goal. An obstruction right outside the D. Clash of stick. Stick check, which happened earlier on. Malaysia couldn't capitalize on the free hit that they got outside the circle. It's a strong challenge by the goal scorer, the drag flicker, number 13, Oliver Binder. Strong lad he. Jacob pushing ball onto the right. Well then, scores leveled. Are we heading for another shootout? But hang on, this tournament has also been a tournament of late finishes. One game that I can think of is the game between Belgium and Argentina. Belgium, all things lined up for them after the goal was scored in the dying stages. Went on to the shootout, won the game against Argentina. Beat Germany in the semi-finals, and now are playing the finals. One team who knows the pressure in the dying situations, so anything can happen in these 2 odd minutes that are left for full time. At the moment, Austria, Malaysia, what a game it has been for Austria, trailing by 2 goals, leveling the score, still looking for one. Jacob playing up front. It's the crowded D for sure, the Malaysian D. They'll take their own time, not hurry up in these dying stages of the game. Would like to hold the possession, go for the last kill. Zulfiduz Mizan. Card coming out, yellow card for Austria. Down to 10 men now. Quick start by Najib Hassan. Oh, just overplayed it. Austria will now strike it for the last time. That's Oliver Binder. Pete Rudowski, one of the star players of Austria. On a 5-minute suspension for the yellow card. Last minute of the game. The tussle going on. Can Austria create a magic? Binder has come up. Nice little spin all by himself. Oh, still Oliver Binder wins the penalty corner. Yes, a stick check inside the D. Austria can seal this game if they manage to convert this penalty corner. Oliver Binder, what a run it has been from the midfield, all by himself. Oh, it's a tough time for the Egyptian umpire Ahmad Yusuf as well. Fourth penalty corner for Austria in this game. They got the first goal in the first penalty corner conversion. There it is. The hooter goes out. If Austria score here, they win the game. Otherwise, we head for shootout. Entire team lining up the circle now. Thornblom with the injection. Crucial moments here of the game. Nice stop. Binder comes in. And of course, the number one runner making things okay for Malaysia. It's full-time score, it's 2-2. Austria 2, Malaysia 2, and we are heading for shootout. Binder is disappointed, but what a run it was. Have a look once again. Oh, giving everything he had. Number 5, Firdaus Omar. He's happy with the performance. Cedric D'Souza. Just like the two semi-finals yesterday, this is again heading towards the shootout. Full-time score Austria 2, Malaysia 2. It all began with Malaysia pressurizing the Austrian defense. That was the first goal scored by Mohammad Zulhamizan. What a finish it was, all by himself. This is where he gets past two defenders and a clean touch, loving it inside the post, and the goalkeeper Lucas Glazer had no opportunity. Malaysia were looking strong in the first half, not one but they scored the second goal as well, and there were moments where Malaysia was so close. This was one of them. Easy finishing in the end for number 8, Ayman Nick Rosemi. It seemed that it was all over for Austria, but Malaysia just slowed down things. Austria fought back, pounced on the opportunities. Malaysia were sitting comfortably at this point of time until this strike from Oliver Binder came in. That reduced the margin. Perfect strike. That was the first penalty corner for Austria. Hitting at the left corner. And this is where the comeback started for Austria. But then the equalizer. What a touch it was. Kaltenbach, first goal of the game, and a magical touch to level the scores. Long pass by Florian Sterra. There it was in the end. Muhammad Madaris, the goalkeeper, had no chance to stop that. So full-time score 2-2 as we head for the shootout. But this was another interesting moment. Peter Kaltenbach from the left just passed on the ball. Finally, after that tussle, it was Philip Kipan pushed the ball in. Looked like the third goal for Austria, but then it was overturned by the Egyptian umpire after consultation with his fellow partner Sharif Alamari. With definitely match stats. Looking at the possession rates, Malaysia clearly dominating the possession. More of this came in the first half, but the penalty corner conversion, just one penalty corner for Malaysia, 3 for Austria, converted one of them. Shots on target, 6 for Austria. More of them came in the second half. Score after full time was 2-2. But the penalty shootout will be on our right side, where the Austrian team was attacking from the right to the left. And this is the Austrian camp. They've changed their goalkeeper. Christoph Sandwickler is the goalkeeper for Austria. The Malaysian goalkeeper remains the same, Mohammad Madaris. Last instructions coming. This is what the Australians did yesterday. They changed their goalkeeper in the shootout. Austria do the same thing. Sandwickler, can he win the game for his country, for his team? Tense moments for both the teams. It'll be Austria will be starting the strike. Leon Thornblom with the first strike. Eight seconds they get to convert. They have to make a finishing in the 8 seconds. Missed on the opportunity. Oh, good piece of work there by Mohammad Madaris, Malaysia's goalkeeper. Started off well, went on to the right, was looking for some space between the legs, changed his mind in the end, just ran out of ideas. And the Austrian captain missing the first attempt. Malaysia, this is an opportunity to go 1-0 up. Ayman Nick Rozemi. Eight seconds is what he'll get to make a conversion. Oh, clearly done in the end. Puts Malaysia 1-0 up. 4 more strikes to come. Well then, Dilly Dolly in the end, going wide to his left, and a clear finishing in the end. Austria need to score here. Philipp Schmid. Quick start, the goalkeeper comes out, keeping his eye on the ball. Oh, nicely done in the end. Tense moments definitely for the shooters. That put Austria level to Malaysia. Was looking for some opening on the left, but eventually played it, and a deflection in the end, but that's pressure release surely for the Austrian camp. Strike number 2 for Malaysia. Amirul Arshad. Oh, misses it! Score still leveled. Nice to see that smile still lingering on the faces in the Malaysian camp. Started off well, slowed down a bit, went on to the right, changed his mind, went further down, and just an inch away. Should have tried the other way. That's what the indication was. Austria now. Pete Rudowski shown the yellow card before the hooter, but then here he is for the shootouts. He's one of the star players. He misses it. Third strike from Austria has gone unscored. Score still at 1-1. This is one opportunity. Now let's look at that once again. Rudowski was shown the yellow card. One of the star players who played it too long. That touch. Can Malaysia go ahead now? Coming with their third shootout now. There's silence all over the stadium. Nur Safiq Sumantri. This is to put Malaysia ahead. Goes wide onto the left. Changes his mind. Misses the first attempt. Second one is also blocked by Christoph Sandwickler. Scores remain at 1-1. Oh, what a game it has been. cliffhanger, absolutely. And there it is, a spin, but then hit to the pads, and the second attempt also going in vain. So 3 shots taken by Austria and Malaysia each, and just 1 conversion from both the team. This is Marcel Hilbert now with a 4th strike to put Austria ahead. Nice confident run. Showing the back to the goalkeeper.
Oh, misses it. That was just a fraction of a second late also as the hooter came out. This is becoming so difficult for the shooters to make a conversion. Marcel Hilbert changed his mind, took a spin, and then there it was. Made it a bit late, was deciding what to do, and scores are still level 1-1. So 4th strike coming for Malaysia. This is Rafizul Mustafa. Nice run there. Not showing his back as scores for Malaysia. Malaysia is 2-1 up now, with just 1 more strike coming for Austria. If they score, they are in the game. Otherwise, it's victory for Malaysia. Nice confident run, heading straight to the goalkeeper. Oh, good skill, putting the goalkeeper in 2 minds and converting there. That's a sigh of relief. This is the most difficult try for Austria. Number 15, Florian Sterra, has to score to keep Austria in this game. Goes wide, and what a save in the end. 2-1 Malaysia win this game. And what a way to finish this game in their favor. It's the hard work of the goalkeeper, Sholi Mohammad Madderis. The team was up 2-0 in the first half. Austria equalized, but in the shootouts, it's 2-1 in favor of Malaysia. This is the classification match for the 11th and 12th position. This was the miss. Went quite wide. Florian Sterra made it easy for the goalkeeper in the end. Well then, victory for Malaysia, and the emotions just say it all for the Austrian camp. They came in so close, were trailing by 2 goals, made the equalizers. Once again, the goalkeeper was changed. Christoph Sandbichler came in. Is disappointed though, but supported by his teammates at the moment. And what a scare it has been for Malaysia. Full-time score, Austria 2, Malaysia 2 at full-time. In shootout, it's Malaysia winning the game by 2-1. Well then, the Malaysian fans thought it was all over. And Cedric D'Souza is inspiring his players. Had a tough game though, it was a close finish. It's anybody's game in the shootouts. Today it was Malaysia's game. So 11th finish for them. Still wearing that smile, that's confident Cedric D'Souza, the Austrian coach. And we go down to the presentation arena. Will Davis is waiting for us.
Well, thank you and welcome to the post-match presentation. Malaysia beating Austria via a shootout. We'd like to start by saying thank you to Hero Motorcorp Limited, Polytan, Adidas and Loughborough University as global partners of the International Hockey Federation. Thank you also to host partner Lucknow and to the government of Uttar Pradesh for their presenting partnership of the Uttar Pradesh Hockey Junior World Cup Men Lucknow 2016. A very warm welcome to our dignitary for this evening, Mr. Pramod Kumar, General Manager of Canara Bank, who will present the Man of the Match award to Mohamed Matderis of Malaysia. So congratulations to Mohamed Matderis, Malaysia's goalkeeper, helping them beat Austria in the shootout, which brings an end to our post-match presentation.
Thank you, Will Davis. Nice to see the goalkeepers winning the Man of the Match awards. These were the results of today. Argentina beating England 3-0. What a game it was. Argentina clearly dominated. Netherlands then lost 1-2 to Spain. Austria just losing out on those shootouts. Malaysia winners in the end. But coming up for the 9th and 10th place, the classification game, South Africa versus New Zealand. It was, of course, a cliffhanger, this game also, Austria versus Malaysia. And we bring you the action of the last 12 minutes of this game. Strongly with the Khalid Khamirin. Malaysia need to get things right here in the midfield. This is where they lose the possession. Australia get the possession back. Peter Kaltenborg. Nice circle entry. That's a free spacing, but good defending in the end. Oh, that's the goal number 3. Austria are ahead after trailing by 2 goals. In fact, the umpires decided it's all happening there. I hope it's not an anti-climax for Austria. Both the umpires have now decided to have a chat before the goal is awarded. It's a stick clash. Yes, it's all happening here. Decision changed. Scores still leveled. Malaysia breathe a sigh of relief. But what move by Austria and the change of pressure from one team to the other. That's Peter Kaltenborg. Oh, nice, skillful pass there. And all the time in the world, number 10, Fabian Onterkicha. Skipan got the goal inside. Oh, that was close. That was close. Philip Skipan did the finishing. Overruled by the umpire in the end. Score still 2-2. Try to see that from a different angle in a while. At the moment, scores leveled. Just a little more than 11 minutes left in this game. Austria surely would not want to go in the shootouts. And where their formations have come up front. Finishing just needs a magical touch. It's been better, the coordination up front. And this is the replay. Indian Standard Time. Come to you live from Major Dhyan Chand Stadium in Lucknow. Malaysia now just running out of ideas. Haven't been impressive with the circle entries in the second half. Look at the amount of red t-shirts inside the 23-meter area. Just 2 attackers making a formation. Austria making it so hard. This is where they win the possession. More confident Austrian team compared to what they were in the first half. Franz Lindergrun places it for Liam Thornblom. Captain working so hard. Some chat with the umpire. Surely Austria threatening the Malaysian defense. Oh, that's the result. Of course, asking for a card, Thornblom. Now a card has been shown to a Malaysian player. Down to 10 men, Malaysia. Austria definitely pressing the pressure button on Malaysia. Philipp Schmid attacking Austrian attackers, of course, trying to get inside the circle. That's looking dangerous. He almost went into the lead before the goal was disallowed. But what a game it has been for Austria.